It's C-Doc again.
The brothers all of us have been waiting for.
This the one right here.
A bad.
Jump back the track, gonna wreck it now. Watching y'all get it to the record now. Catching y'all attention, so shake it now. I'm gonna find my flow, gonna break it down. Came a long way, baby, can you take it now? Regulating the regular, do your thing now. On the floor, here we go, can you kick it now? Black Superman back in the building now. Now, in the building now. Now, now, in the building. Now, in the building. Now, do your thing, the damn thing.
Damn. I mean that.
It's Slam Record Label Group.
That just jams. I don't know what you all think about that, but that jams. I am the man, so chuckified, and without further ado, let's bring on the guy that you really came to see tonight. Thanks for your patience while we still figure out the ropes on this live stream thing. Our age is showing. But without further ado, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. C-Doc.
What's happening, sir?
What is up, Doc?
Oh man, yeah. Again, just trying to figure this stuff out. I realized that I didn't log in, so that's why I'm like, "Where's all the stuff I'm used to seeing?" That's why I wasn't.
You hadn't logged into the thing here.
No, I was just in it. I was just in as a guest.
Oh, it's a guest.
So,
I see. So what's going on, man? Again, I'm struggling here. I want to show the screen.
That's right. I accidentally queued our ad. So,
yeah, I saw that. I was like, okay. Here we go. Look at that shit.
Hey,
we're here. Beats and faces. See what I did there?
I see that. That's nice. I'm glad it's faces, because when I first read it quickly, I thought it was beats and feces, and I was like, wait, what?
Well, this is a shit show.
I know, right?
Welcome to everyone out there on YouTube Live and Twitter. I think there's like half a person that watched last week, and this week Facebook Live. I don't know how that all works, but it's queued up here, so theoretically it is streaming live on Facebook. But we actually have an agenda this week, Doc. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, we're already like 100% better than we were last week.
Right. Exactly. Well, we didn't know if anybody was going to show up last week, so
we had like a ton of people show up. I mean,
yeah.
I looked at the metrics. I think there was like 175,000. No. Sorry, that's the amount of fans on Channel Zero, actually. It's
right.
70,000, 170. Somewhere around there, Chuck D tends to pull an audience.
He does. He does.
But we've got a nice agenda tonight.
We do. And thank you, and thank you for your hard work in trying to figure this stuff out. We're not aimlessly rambling through everything.
Well, I'm trying to bring my corporate strategy to the rap game.
Yeah, man. And it's appreciated because it keeps us on task.
It's appreciated that I can get out of the corp game and into the rap game. If I could switch places, as far as my,
I know, right? Well, it's
Um,
never it's never quite 100%, is it?
No, it's not. It's not. But Beats and Faces, that's the name of our agenda. It could change week to week, excuse me. But our first order of business is what's up, Doc? So what are you doing, man? What have you been up to?
Trying to prepping a release, a new Spit Slam release on Friday.
We're releasing stuff like every week. What's coming out this Friday?
So this Friday is something near and dear to my heart. Not that none of the other releases are, because they all are, but this one especially. This Friday, it's an album called No Other Way by my group, The Impossibles. Ooh. It's a 20-year compilation retrospective. I see my fellow Impossible CM Lugo's in the house. What's up, bro? Break North Radio.
We've got some Impossibles in here.
Yeah, man. CM.
Y'all roll deep.
I know, right? So we got that coming out Friday, and it's a great look back at my crew and the work we did over the last 20 years, and a special dedication to my homie, my Stromy, the great Marcus J, who's no longer with us. So it's kind of a testament to his work and his dedication to hip hop, and yeah, man. So I'm really excited for that to come out, and hope people dig it. Kevin Taylor, what's up? Jennifer Basuto, what's up? Knackworth, the homie.
JB. I want to call Jennifer out. She mentioned So Chuckified.
That's right.
I'm intrigued.
You got to give her props. My man Al Knackworth, what's up, man?
The Cheese and Warhammer.
Cheese is in the place. Cheese is one of the dopest DJs I know. He's a dope MC, a great producer, and just a badass on the wheels of steel. Cheese comes through with the cuts. Cheese is on Impossible stuff too, so it's coming out Friday, Cheese. And your work is on there. Leandris, good evening and greetings from Brazil. What's up in Brazil?
Brazil, that is what's up. Dude,
yeah.
I love me some South America. You know this.
Oh, yeah. Kevin Taylor, how many hours will this one run? Should I get caffeinated? We're going to try to keep it in 90 minutes tonight, bro. We're trying.
We're already off to a bad start because C-Doc is checking in with every single fan out there. That's what he does.
Got to give him a shout. Kane Major's in the house. What up, Kane Major? Yeah, producer extraordinaire. We're going to talk about his new project with a certain member of Blak Madeen. We're going to get around to that one. So
Jennifer says it's just me from Daddy O's camp. We know, Jennifer, but it's dope that you're here. Like,
yeah, thanks for coming back.
Mention my name like you're my new BFF. Nobody else at Spit Slam knows me.
That's not true.
I think you and Chuck know me.
That's right. That works.
Pretty good.
So that's what's up. I've been getting the release ready. I mean, there's other stuff, but that's the main thing I've been doing. So,
So what goes into that? Like, I mean, how long have you been working on this Impossibles project?
Oh man, it's for a while. It's been a long while. This one, for the album to help pick the songs, I actually reached out to people I knew were super fans, and I had them say, give me your top 5, your top 10, whatever Impossible songs, and then basically I took and tallied the votes, and for the most part that's what comprises what's on the album. It's a nice cross section of our work over the years.
How many tracks?
The digital and CD version has 16 joints. The CD may have some hidden bonus stuff, possibly. Like hard to say.
Backwards messaging, or
never know, man. You gotta get and check it.
I was listening to something what was it by PE yesterday, and there was a bunch of backward stuff. I was like, damn, I forgot about this. Now that I have technology, I can go back and listen to what they were saying.
Oh, you talking about Mega Blast?
Yeah, it was Mega Blast. That's right.
At the end, yeah. Oh, yeah, man. Like for years, I would always wonder what the hell Flavor was saying at the end of that song.
Really?
And I didn't know until I got a 4-track, because then the 4-track you can flip the tape over and hear the other side in reverse.
Ah.
Yeah.
So what's it say?
It's Flav. It's basically what, is a yo
Paul is
man with
dead?
some man, it's Flav being Flav,
See, you had all the technology even back then. I had to, like, I literally opened a cassette and like tried to flip the tape.
Oh, yeah.
It
Wow.
worked once. It was for
Did
the Motley Crue "Shout at the Devil," because it said actually in the liner notes, it said caution may contain backwards messages.
That's awesome.
Listen to the whole damn thing. It didn't have any backwards messages. I felt
What a
robbed.
letdown. But that's awesome though.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I thought, man, that was a genius bit of marketing.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So,
pretty good.
on our agenda tonight, and I'm getting a little nervous, I'll be honest with you, because our guests are not in the green room yet. So hopefully they will be here. Bullet number 2 there, also known as beats. Those are our show beats. This day in rap and hip hop history.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a new segment this week. We're hoping to do this every week.
Yeah.
And then, as you can see in bullet 3, I forgot the A on the word and now a word from our sponsor. We actually have commercials this week.
That's all right.
We got to pay the bills.
Yes.
Yep. And then we're going to free your dome with our featured guest and Spit Slam group, Blak Madeen.
Yusef says he's here, but he's not live. Yusef, log in. Log in, bro. Go in your email and get the login.
Get the links. Get the
links.
The Cuban links.
So we can bring you on.
StreamYard links.
Yes.
So we could go ahead and go on into this day in rap and hip hop history if you're feeling it.
We could do that. Yeah. It's about that time, I think. Yeah.
It's about that time. Let me find the that slide here. So this day in rap.
Hey, real quick, just as a quick note, today in 1993, this isn't the album we're going to talk about, but today in 1993, Ice Cube's The Predator was released.
Oh, wicked.
Yes, exactly.
Damn, that was a good album.
That was a good album. I would venture to say maybe his last.
Oh, okay.
Maybe his last like solid. Lethal Injection's good, but I don't think it's like Predator good. But that's my personal.
What was the main production on Predator? Was it still the usual suspect?
Yeah. Sir Jinx is on there. DJ Pooh's on there. There's a ladybug in the studio.
That's good luck.
Yeah, they brought in. He brought in DJ Muggs on that album for a couple of joints. Yeah. DJ M-Rock says it's his favorite Ice Cube LP. Word up.
What? Really? The Predator?
Interesting. Yeah.
That is interesting. Man, boy. Yeah. I don't know if I could go that strong. I mean, I like the Predator, but my God, man. America's Most Wanted is
right?
That Death Certificate. Whew.
Death Certificate is just a masterwork. But
well, you kind of schooled us last week about that whole deal.
Yeah.
Or actually, I think you schooled me. Yeah, I think it was a private conversation.
Oh, that we talked about it?
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, because you had said that a lot of the beats or some of the beats for America's Most Wanted were actually meant for Son of Berserk, right?
Son of Berserk, yeah. Yep. And that's why the first song on Son of Berserk's album, he says, yo, man, swing me that Ice Cube track. Word. And it's basically, if you listen to that song, Band Gets Swivvy on the Wheels, and you listen to the song America's Most Wanted, you can hear it. You can hear the similarities,
Interesting.
Yeah.
So real quick before we jump into this next segment.
Yes, sir.
Yusuf, you're saying you're logged in. If you go to your email, there should be an invite link from me. There is Al J.
Yeah,
There should be a link we'll get Al J on in just a moment, in a few moments. We're already running behind, Doc. It's
Nice.
great.
Word up.
So, Yusuf, there should be an email with the link that will put you into this platform that we're using. So you don't want to log into YouTube or
right.
Facebook or Twitter or any of that. All right, so let's roll over here to our this day and look at that, man. I feel like we're halfway professional here.
We're getting there, man. It's a good start. It's
a
great start.
3 years ago, you were telling me this.
Yeah.
November 16th, 2018, this day in rap and hip hop history. And if you have not picked up the book, this is a book penned by the one and only Mr. Chuck, the hard rhymer.
Yep.
Bates, that guy. He wrote the book. Yeah. And so it's chock full. I mean, it's like a history book. I mean, it literally is a history book. There's so much stuff in there I don't even know about. 3 years ago, Celebration of Ignorance by the man himself, Chuck D is Mr. Chuck. Tell us all about that, Mr. C-Doc.
That was that was yesterday, and turned 3 years old, and it was the second album we released on Spit Slam record label group. That was our second release, and man, it was kind of crazy. Usually, as how things went with Chuck, it was he'd say, Doc, send me some tracks. I'm working on songs. Okay, cool. So I would usually send him, 6 joints, something like that, something, around there, 6, 7, 8 joints. And, so I sent him some songs, some tracks. And, he said, okay, cool. And he got them. And he said, I'm writing, and I'm like, okay, cool. And then the next time we spoke, I don't remember what we were talking about, but then I basically said to him, how many of the songs are you using that I sent you? Because it used to be, it would be like, he'd send me like, or I'd send him 6 or 7 joints and he'd use 2, right? He'd pick 2 of those or something like that. And this time around, I said, how many are you using? He goes, oh, I'm using all of them. And I'm like, oh, really? You are? And he's like, yeah, man, I'm using all these joints. I'm like, oh, okay. So that was kind of a surprise. And then, we added a couple of things. There were a couple of things that came in to round out the album. The joint with Walk Rat and, the original version of Tired of 45. And I did the old school remix of. But, man, it was a fun album. Shout out to Jahi P 2.0 for getting down on the record. Lyrical support. And, man, Celebration of Ignorance. It's one of the 2 releases we've also put out on cassette tape. So, and it's out on wax. Got the wax.
You got it on wax. Oh, that's right. I've got it on wax. That's right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I think I sent it to you, right?
Yeah, you did. Yeah. He doesn't send me a lot of free stuff, y'all, just so you know. Like, I'm not on the inside. He doesn't get a lot of free stuff either.
I don't get a lot of free stuff. I hardly
Chuck
get free
makes
stuff
him pay for everything.
Yep. Basically.
So tell me about, I was re-listening to that album today on my way back into town, into Louisville. Cave Maniac, is that the name of it?
Oh, Cave Manic.
Cave Manic, yeah. Tell me about that. That sounded like something off a Sgt. Pepper's rap album.
Yeah, so
dope track.
Thank you. So Chuck had the idea for the song, and there was a different beat. And I don't even remember what the original beat was, but he said, I'm good, I'm writing to it. And then I was just making beats one day, and I made that joint. What's on the album, I made that beat. Okay. And it's real dusted, real kind of.
Sounds great.
Yeah. Right?
Is that you singing that hook?
Yes, that was not my that was not my choice. But anyway, so I did this new track, and I'm like, wow, this is dope, man. This is banging. I'm like, I gotta send this to Chuck. So I hit him up, and I'm like, yo, I know you got joints, but I'm sending you this, right? You gotta check it out. And he texts me back, and he's like, nah, man, I'm good. I don't need any more songs. And I'm like, yeah, but you gotta hear this. And so I sent it to him, and like, I think it was like 15 minutes later, he hit me back. He's like, yo, that's on the album. That is, throw the other one out, whatever the other version was, and then it was on the record. It was no question.
That's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
So is it him and Jahi doing the rhymes?
Yeah, it's Chuck does on most of the record. Chuck does I think he does 2 verses, and then Jahi comes in for a verse and backs him up, and we just I had a lot of fun making that record because it was kind of throw caution to the wind, and Chuck gave me a lot of room to experiment and stuff. He told me he would tell me if I was going too far. He'd be like, yo, I like the other version better. Like, okay, cool. We'll take it back like that. But yeah, no, it was a great track, experience. Man. No, thank you.
I think I may have not have paid as much attention to it the first couple of times I listened to this album, because Tired of 45 and some of those others, Speak, and
right,
those are the standout tracks that I think that I kept going back to at first.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get Yusuf on here. It's my fault.
No, it's all good.
Email this. Yeah. So keep everyone entertained here.
Gotta get the guests on. So
it helps, right?
Yeah, it does. But Kevin Taylor just shouted out the blue tape is so dope, with side B being just the instrumentals. So what we did with the album on the cassette version, the first run of these, I think we did 100. We did 75 blue tapes and 25 red joints. But what's cool about it is, this is a red joint. What's cool about it is the album proper is on side A, and it goes, from beginning to end. And then you flip the tape over, and it has the instrumentals for the album in reverse order. So at any point, at any point in time, if you're listening to the album, like you listen to a song, say you listen to Cave Manic, and it gets to the end of that, it gets to the end of Cave Manic. If you stop the tape, flip it over, you can listen to the instrumental. So,
oh wow, that is kind of like backwards messaging kind of thing.
It was a bit of a pain in the ass, but shout out to A to Z in Cleveland for understanding what I was trying to do, and
that is cool, man.
Hooking us up, yeah, man. So
let me, while we're waiting for Yusuf here.
Oh, there he is. But then we lost Al J. Yeah, Yusuf's in. Right. Al J.
Okay, yeah, here we go.
There he is.
All right, cool. All right, now we'll bring them on in just a moment. We got to run. We got to pay some bills here in just a second.
Right.
Real quick. So, how do you come up with these ideas like this? Why do you put so much creativity into it? Why don't you just make a beat and let people rap over it? Like, why are you thinking about, flipping the tape over and doing all those kinds of cool things?
Because I'm a lunatic, man. I don't know. I'm fucking crazy. I like cool shit, and I like stuff that is, Knackhorst. I got that on wax and cassette. Yeah, bro. I like cool stuff. If you go on the Discogs site, they have articles and stuff sometimes about the most interesting releases and like weird releases, and I love shit like that. I love just unique, interesting things. And if we can do stuff like that, so be it. I say, why not? Yeah, especially for like the fans, because the fans, the real fans will appreciate that stuff. I know I do, you know. So maybe it's me and 3 other people, but you know, whatever.
No, I wouldn't say that. Yeah, I mean, I think it's super cool, man. Like, I need to get me another. I need to hit up Boombox Chuck and get me a boombox because I can't. You know, I had an old Lasonic TR or something. It was the one that you
like the LL one. Oh yeah, you did. Right?
It was the one. It had the dual cassette that you actually put the tape into it.
The one that's on the Enemy Radio.
Yeah,
the one that's on the Enemy Radio cover. Yeah,
I had that one, and then of course, you know, like a stupid kid, I got rid of it.
It's crazy that you had that actual same box.
Oh,
that's on the cover of the album. Yeah,
it made me really sad and nostalgic all at the same time. It was very bittersweet. So I was looking at our agenda, Beats and Faces. We're now at the part, and thank you for this day in rap and hip hop history. Shout out to Mr. Chuck for you know, and Jahi PE 2.0 for making a dope ass album, and of course the person that we all idolize and we're here for, Mr. C-Doc Snyder, aka the Warhammer.
You know,
and other monikers.
This album was a great precursor to the Enemy Radio project. They kind of go hand in hand in a way. So
gotcha.
You know,
because that came after that, right? So that would have been the first time that both of them rapped kind of as a duo. Yeah, I think so. I mean, they had done, you know, Jahi had guested on songs, you know, before, but like as for being there on the entire record, I think that was the first time. Gotcha.
Yeah, I think so.
Well,
if I recall correctly.
Yeah, you usually recall correctly. All right, well, let's pay some bills here. If you want to go off camera, you can. I'm going to run our first promo. This is the first promo for It's C-Doc Again. So enjoy.
Check out our music on all your favorite streaming platforms or hit up our Bandcamp page. All titles are available on CD and select titles are available on vinyl and cassette. The Spit Slam Record Label Group. Throwback to the future sound.
I think maybe I started that right in the middle.
Yeah, that's all right. It's not that long. The Spit Slam Record Label Group. There it is. Check out our music on all your favorite streaming platforms or hit up our Bandcamp page. All titles are available on CD and select titles are available on vinyl and cassette. The Spit Slam Record Label Group. Throwback to the future sound. I'm trying to get. I think Chuck should redo the voiceover.
Oh, that was you? I was thinking it sounded familiar.
Yeah.
That was you. Oh, okay.
Well, that was me. Sense. Yeah. It was. Gotcha. That was a crazy 45 minutes to put that together today. So.
Oh, that was cool. I put. Damn it! I did that again. I hate when I do that.
We're getting there.
I know we're getting there, y'all. Thanks for hanging in with us. We are nothing if not dedicated to our craft. There we go. Look at that.
Ah, yeah.
What a dope slide.
Yep. Well done. Well done, sir.
I mean, I think without further ado, I think maybe we should go ahead and tee up.
Yep.
And if it's time for you to free your dome, and we're going to welcome to the studio Al J and Yusuf of Blak Madeen.
Yeah.
Heated like solar, treated bipolar. The say needless like go hard. When it's needed, I bogart like Humphrey. Like summary, pull like confronting me. Breathe easy, like counting from 1 to 3. My country's a company. Monkeys do what monkeys see.
Welcome to the show, gents.
Peace. So chuckified.
Peace.
Yeah. What's going on?
What's happening,
First of all, just a big sorry to Yusuf. I had my notifications turned off, so I didn't realize you were trying to hit me up on the text. I apologize.
No problem.
Thanks for joining the show, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us, man. It's an honor. See Doc again.
See Doc. I gotta say,
It's
real
always
quick,
C-Doc.
gotta say what up to Pot C, my homie. Pot C is in the house. So what up, bro? Thanks for checking in. So, but yeah, gentlemen, Blak Madeen, my artist that I've had the great fortune of working with for the past couple of years, and I love working with you guys. I'm a fan of the music. You know, what else can I say? It's it's the Reese's peanut butter and chocolate goes together so well.
Indeed.
You know, we had this year we put out Joint, you know, there it is. Let the good
Album
get
of the
even.
year.
Album of the year, man.
2021.
Yeah.
Dude, that's my favorite album of the year. It is. It's true.
Oh, wow, okay.
I listen to that album all the time.
Oh, word. Okay. That's good looks.
It's been a very good year, in the immortal words of Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we started the year off well, and we got another big video, and God willing, and another big single before the year is out. So we're gonna go out strong, but definitely, man. Shout out to C-Doc, shout out to Spit Slam, you know,
Yep.
making this
Hey.
opportunity.
Yeah,
Hey, man.
Spit Slam fam. Yo, loving the t-shirts, man. Yo, Yusuf had me peep a Blak Madeen t-shirt. That was nice.
wow.
That was nice.
Yep.
Yeah,
Gotta get-
yeah.
I'm trying to get a couple. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
I gotta
when
get
are
one
those
too.
coming out? Yeah, I need to get one of those double XL, gentlemen.
Yeah,
okay.
they're up in the shop. So we got this.
Oh, they
yeah,
are in the shop.
Yeah.
All right.
They're up in the shop.
Dope.
Oh, that's
So
what's up,
yeah, I
man.
gotta get one. I gotta get one too. You know, because I like the Yusef. It was Seth's idea to do the single cover, you know, as a shirt, which was a great idea, dope idea. But then I was like, I don't even remember what I was doing, but I was just like, yeah, that's dope. But I just want one. I just want one that says Blak Madeen. You know, that's it, just real simple and plain. And
Yeah, simplicity, brother. Yeah, that's,
man.
that's it.
No, man. Yeah, it's strong. It's a strong font created by yourself.
Yeah.
yeah, I stole. Yeah, I didn't. I stole it from somewhere and kind of added a little bit.
Come
to
on,
it.
man.
That sounds like hip hop to me.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
know, right? I sampled that font.
You sampled the fonts and
Yeah.
flipped
Yeah.
it.
I mean,
Well,
we're live. You'll see Doc, man. We're live with it, man.
I don't know if you have heard about the new C-Doc album coming out. It's a solo album called Jackin' for Fonts.
don't hold me to that, man. You're gonna end up like actually hearing that. So crazy.
That's the newest EP coming out. So before we jump into kind of what you all had going on this year and things that are to come, I wanted, because you all were kind enough to sit down with me and Doc to give us your backstory. And there's a lot of folks, part of this, it's C-Doc again. It's not as much about, giving C-Doc more airtime. It's more about featuring the slate of artists on Spit Slam record label group. And you all are one of my favorite groups. So we were definitely wanting to have you all on sooner rather than later. So why don't you walk us through a little bit about your all's history, how you all got together, how you got into hip hop and that kind of thing. We'll start with Yusuf.
I try to condense it as much as possible. I grew up in the Merrimack Valley, which is a little bit north of Boston. Just like anybody else, came up listening to House of Pain. You guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, loud and clear.
You know what I mean? Just addicted to that sound, that Soul Assassin sound. And once I heard that, hip hop was everything. And, we come up in an area where there's a lot of, dope local hip hop too. So, I had good friends who are part of the local scene. One of them is Kane Major, who I believe is in the, on YouTube right now.
Yep. Came in your house.
Shout out Kane.
Yeah, and
Shout
I went
out
to
Kane Major.
a good high school friend of mine is a great DJ Emo Better. So anyhow, these guys were getting involved in the Boston scene. I kind of just tagged along with them, I guess. And it was through them that I hooked up with the brother you're seeing on the screen, LJ. And eventually Blak Madeen came to be. But shout out to Leeds Entertainment, the illest promoter and all around hip hop guru in New England. And his friendship and his support has always meant a lot, and it still does. And and shout out to anybody who's helped out. Kane Major especially, man. He's
Mr. Peter Parker.
Yeah, word.
Yep.
But yeah, basically, Blak Madeen, we met each other in 2005. I think we officially became a group in 2007, and then dropped our first project at the end of 2009 and never looked back. And hooked up with C-Doc a couple years ago, and that kind of relit the fire and, gave us a fresh start. And here we are.
You guys are very prolific too. So,
they are prolific.
Yeah, man. It's like you guys are always. I have trouble keeping up sometimes because you're like, hey, send me beats. I'm like, we just put an album out. Some beats. Okay.
Nah, man, we be putting in that work, man.
I know.
Listen, they're neck and neck with Daddy O with the rhymes.
Yeah, right.
Me and LJ, we have this conversation all the time, man. Daddy O's been a huge inspiration. His last 2 or 3 albums, not just the way he spits, but the way he can A&R his own projects, his beat selection, his feature selection. He's a master. And just watching him and enjoying the music, because I play that music in the car all the time because my kids love it. And that's no cap, as the kids say. That's like they love Daddy O's music, and I do too. But yeah, man, and knowing that C-Doc produced the bulk of those projects, it's like, all right, well, if Daddy O can do this, so can we. Stay busy, stay active, stay consistent, and still make good music, not just be phoning it in,
And that's definitely the thing. I mean, I know I've done the last couple records with you guys, but we ain't slouching. You guys put in 110%, so I got to bring it too. You guys make me work harder, so it's a great collab. I love working with you guys. For real.
Well, that's likewise, brethren. Likewise, man.
So Al, tell us a little bit. Y'all got some stories, and we might release the unreleased tapes of our conversations. But
right.
So tell us a little bit about how you all met, because I know that you were kind of a solo artist, and so you all weren't just like a group all of a sudden. Tell us that backstory.
Well, as Seth knows, the backstory is, I'm a solo artist. I was doing my thing in the Boston scene, for a minute. Had a show at the Western Front in Cambridge, and I was on the bill. And, I did my thing, performing, and, my set ended. And then I just bumped into this cat. He's Yusuf now, you know what I'm saying? But, it was like, yo, he was like, you got a CD? I'm like, he must have saw, like what he saw and everything. And I was like, yeah. I, presented him the disc. He was like, yo, you dropping some knowledge out here. I'll never forget that question. Like, I never had a cat ask me, yo, are you dropping some knowledge? I'm like, yeah, okay. yeah, I am. I guess, he bought it. He said he played the CD in the car all weekend. And, you know what I'm saying? Eventually that led to us doing a song together, you know what I'm saying? And me and him, we just had a good chemistry. You know what I'm saying? He was easy to work with, it wasn't like, a hard dude, he wasn't difficult or anything. It was just, you know what I mean? Like, we just come up with stuff like that. And I'm like, word, you know what I'm saying? And that chemistry still goes on to this day. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like work. Like I know C-Doc's like, yo, man, we just came out with an album, man. Like you asking for beats. I'm like, yeah, that's how we are, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we work well with each other, man. You know what I mean? Whether we're going back and forth, you know what I mean, or we're just dropping 16s or whatever have you, man. You know what I mean? I ain't got to speak much about it. You know what I mean? Because we got a collection of what we do. It's out there. So
yo, I'm trying to get you guys to go back and forth more often.
Yeah.
In the verse because it's dope when you do it.
The first track, well, I guess will be the first track. We got a new track, as you know, coming on the next project where I think we do that well. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Still waiting for you to send me some stuff so I can get these cuts done. But
yeah.
But
my bad. I got to do that. Yeah, sorry.
But yeah, shout out to you because you had us do that. That was your specific instructions for the track "Talk It Over," which we got a video for. Yep. And we've gotten a lot of good response on the back and forth, and I think that's kind of a lost art.
Yeah, it is.
And I love hearing Smith and Wesson do it. The way they do it, like it's kind of a lost art, and
going back to EPMD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the group element. So many artists are solo these days that they probably don't know how to do it.
Right.
When you're working with somebody as long as we have, you get that chemistry, and we can just feed off each other. But yeah, to piggyback on his story. He had put out a solo disc on his own called Black Ambition.
Yeah.
And I just remember after we had done that show, I played it all weekend. And I'm like, and there's a lot of talented MCs in Boston, but I had never heard somebody with like his flow and his content. And then I think I must have just brought it up to Leeds, and Leeds is like, yo, make it happen, keep working. And then so what?
Because you were both doing solo stuff at the time, right?
Well, LJ was doing it serious. I was just kind of shout out to K Major again. He had a group called Solar Winds. They were doing shows. I happened to be on a few tracks of theirs, so he called me in to spit a few verses. He called me in to spit a few verses on one of his sets. And then eventually, after that, I became a member of that group.
How you get that?
You sent it to me, Al.
And that's one thing led to another.
Yeah,
man. Yeah. It's dope for sure.
Nah, you guys.
Shout out
to
B1. You know what I'm saying?
You guys have great chemistry. I've told you before. I've said it before. You guys like initially reminded me of Dilated Peoples. That was like,
oh wow, okay.
Wow.
That was the first thing that came to mind. I'm like, oh, these guys.
That's a compliment, man. Really?
Oh, yeah. Nah, man.
That's actually a compliment.
Yeah. And we've heard that before, probably because of the cosmetic appearance of the us. But I still think it fits though, because they keep they are. I haven't paid attention lately, but they keep the DJ element alive as well.
Yep.
In the live show, and I was a huge Dilated fan when they first dropped, so I've always taken that as a compliment.
Yeah, no, it goes beyond obviously the appearance, but it goes like style wise even too. Style wise, I because that was really what I thought of, like style wise. You guys,
okay.
Yeah. The LA underground, especially from that time period. Huge influence on me, and probably LJ too. Like that was a lot of good music coming from LA at that time. That again, that's the type of when you're young, that's the that first impression. That's the stuff that addicts you, that makes you an addict to hip hop. And so the shout out to LA. Man.
Oh yeah,
my dude
Raz
Kevin
Kaz came from that scene. Raz Kaz.
Yep.
Ace Alone, Medusa, Daddy Grace.
Daddy Grace. Peace to Daddy Grace.
Shout out to Daddy Grace. Yeah.
Daddy Grace. Born a lot.
Yep. He ruled. Yep.
Yeah.
My dude Kevin Taylor says, I was hooked on you two since I first heard you on the Enemy Radio track, and he says better late than never to the party.
Yeah.
But Blak Medine has been in regular rotation ever since.
Oh, that's good. That's good though. Well, you know what? We were introduced to the world on that album. So you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I send my mom that album and I send my father that album. They're just like, you're on an album with Chuck D. I'm like, yeah. And I sent him the significant the 45 that we did.
Yeah. Yep.
So I guess Pops is still kind of like taking it in, like him and my mom used to listen like Public Enemy. I remember back in '88.
Word. That's what's up.
So, yeah.
No,
They're a big fan. They're a big fan.
The Enemy Radio opportunity was that was big, because that was a great album. It wasn't just like a regular.
Thank you.
It was.
That was a great.
Start to finish. That was a very good album.
And that album and the PE album that followed later in the year, they're 50-50. So, to be on that album along with Sadat and Daddy O and Flav, that was definitely an honor.
Well, when I was working on it, and I got to that song in particular, Chuck only had one verse and Ja had one verse. And I'm like, it's an up-tempo joint, which, you guys always ask for the fast stuff. And I'm like, well, there's only one call I can make right here. And it's to Blak Medine. I got to get, if I'm going to put somebody on it, it's got to be Blak Medine. So, wasn't even like I had to like go through a list of people. Oh, who can I get on this song? It was like, nah.
Oh, wow.
Blak Medine.
At the top of the list, okay.
Top of the list. You're the only ones on the list, So for that joint.
And that was back and forth. That was, and I per C-Doc instructions, his 16, do 4-4-4. All right.
Yeah. And you guys.
It adds to the energy. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'll be honest with you, like when Seth, like, he's like, yo, he wants 4 and 4. Like, I'm like, no 16? So I'm like, you know what? Yo, we gotta make this work. Me and Seth gotta make this work. I'm like, Seth, send me what you got. He'll send me what he has. We all do this by text. And then like maybe a day or so later, I'll send mine. And then we just do it like that. We just put our rhymes together, you know what I mean? His part, my part, you know what I mean? And we work it like that. So you know what I mean?
Did I specifically say 4-4, or did I just say you guys got 16? Do it, split it.
It'd be like we would have to split like a 4 to 8.
Yeah, I think if we could have done 8 and 8. But,
yeah.
No, we had already done talking over at that point. And
right.
That came out pretty butter. So I think it was implied to do that again.
Man.
I'm glad you did.
And it was cool, man. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Because honestly, I think I expected 8 and 8. Oh yeah, shout out, James Jackson,
Acrobatic.
Shout out to Acro, yeah.
Roxbury, yeah.
Right.
Yep. But
Royalty, yep.
No, I think I might have expected 8 and 8, and when I got the 4-4-4, I was like, oh snap, they went in, okay.
Yeah.
All right. They came with it. So,
but I mean, you don't slouch, when you do your post production, and you're not just like, mix it down, like the drops, the way the music cuts back in, respective to our different voices and our different flows, and that adds a lot to it. And again, people forget that this is music, hip hop music. And that C-Doc brings that musicality back. It's not just spit a verse, let's mix this and put it out. And it's always, it's the whole Bomb Squad methodology, and that's why when we first hooked up with Spitzland, we knew we were we knew we were at home.
Well, I consider it a disservice if I just kind of mix it real quick and just, say, okay, here's the song. It's like, because you can be very nuanced, and each track is different. Each track can bring a different feeling, or requires a different approach. But it's my job, man. So, but thank you. I'm happy you appreciate that. That's important to me, that you recognize it and you appreciate it. So thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, we send you what we got, because obviously you're in Pittsburgh, we're in Boston,
right?
But it's not like, oh yeah, we're gonna get a mix back. Cool. Like, it's like, I wonder what C-Doc's gonna do. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's like when I'm checking my email because I feel like a kid on my birthday. I know it's like I'm gonna get something that I'm not expecting. I'm expecting it, but there's gonna be a little added wrinkle.
Right. There's gonna be 3 different versions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yep.
And each reference, you know what I mean, is as good as the last. I'm like, damn, I don't know which one to pick. You know what I mean? Because they're all dope mixes.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey,
we just
like that.
We shot the video for Taking You to School, which should be dropping next week, featuring Chuck D and El Sensei.
I was going to ask.
So we started shooting, and our director Sando, Peace to Sando Films.
Yes, sir.
He drops the album version, and he's like, "All right, guys, go." I'm like, "No." Like LJ's like, "Nah, we're doing the remix." And
yeah,
you know what I mean. But then he heard it. The director heard it. He's like, "Oh, all right." Like,
no disrespect to the original, but like,
I know.
That was in my head. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's so funny. I did not expect you guys to react to the remix the way you did.
Yeah, when I jumped out my seat, called Seth. I'm like, yo, this is it, man.
Yeah, I didn't expect that, because I think actually I had that beat, like, it was kind of one that was like sitting in the archives for a while,
Yeah, Seth told me you had it for a grip.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I
mean? When you guys bugged out to it, I was like, oh, okay. I just thought it was kind of one of those, I thought it was going to be an interlude or something, because nobody had taken to it, but it found the right home. So
it found the right home. So,
and I'm
glad they didn't take it.
Yeah, right. I
love the rock guitar sound. That and some drums, you really can't go wrong, like, in my opinion.
Yep. Yeah, James Jackson, it all boils down to giving us, the fan, a quality product, and those are the artists I support. I like y'all in here. Thank you, James.
Peace.
Man.
Peace, James.
Doing the work, man. That's why we got to do our part. Got to do our part. So,
And I'm getting ready to do my part here, C-Doc. I got to keep you on time here. I definitely want to jump into Let the Good Get Even, because, well, it's my favorite album this year. So if y'all are willing to do this, I would love for you to kind of go track by track here and just tell us a little bit about each track. Al, Yusuf.
Okay.
Starting with Free the Dome. Y'all got a who's who of featured artists on here as well. So give us a little background. I think the thing that I'm most interested in with your all's music, and Yusuf knows this, and I still owe you a call, Yusuf, is the content of your songs and how they bring out Islam. And so I'm very interested in that. So as you go through here, tell us, give us some background on this album.
Yeah, well, Free the Dome is a perfect place to start, because that's probably, because of the background, maybe my favorite song on the album. Because I don't write verses fast. LJ can write a fast verse, but Free the Dome I actually wrote in one sitting, because I was listening to a khutbah, which is a sermon, like a Friday prayer, Juma sermon by a brother named Afif Khan, right when COVID began to hit. And he was kind of talking about some of the powers that be, and how we shouldn't believe everything we're reading, et cetera, et cetera. Anyhow, I wrote that verse based everything, like my verse was sampled ideas from him. I just put it in rhyme form. And keep in mind, this is like an Islamic scholar, not a hip hop dude. But I sent him the track. He lives in D.C. and he responded like a week later, loving it. And this, if we can win over somebody who's not a traditional hip hop listener with the content, then to me that's a that's a plus. But of course, when C-Doc sent that beat, it was who used that sample famously?
I ain't gonna be able to do it.
Double X Posse.
Double X Posse. Yeah. And then the scratch chorus. Actually, you know what? One of these scratch chorus ideas, again, shout out to K Major, the AZ scratch. That idea came from him. And then we also scratched Divine Styler and Freddie Fox on here. But you know what I feel about scratch courses, man? Like it's
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Seth is the cut coordinator, man.
Yo, and you guys always come prepared too. You always come prepared and tell me, look, we want to scratch this on the hook and stuff like that. Make it easy. So shout out to Cheese.
Yes.
DJ. Sorry, Cheese.
Yep, Cheese is he was in the building. I don't know if hopefully he's still around, but yeah, shout out to Cheese.
Legendary.
For doing the cuts. Yep.
Cheese will be featured on the new video coming next week.
Yes.
Oh, did you get footage from him?
We got some footage from the man himself. So
word. That's what's up.
Yeah, so
fantastic.
All praise due to Allah, James Jackson. Alhamdulillah.
And that takes us into track number 2, Slave of Allah, which is like bananas. That song is bananas. Tell us a little bit about that. What was it like working with Freeway? I didn't even know Freeway was a Muslim.
Yeah. I'll tell the story simply because that track was originally for a solo mixtape I was doing years back that never really officially was released. So it wasn't available on any streaming platform. So I'm not sitting on good material. And C-Doc is a master remixer. So shout out to Leeds. I'm like, yo, can you find that session that we did with Freeway way back? He's like, yeah. And we, C-Doc put down made the beat around Freeway's verse, and we went and spit new verses. But Freeway's a humble dude. Shout out to Freeway and prayers to him and his family. I don't know if anybody follows him on Instagram.
Yeah.
He recently dealt with two major tragedies, so our prayers are with him.
Yes, indeed.
But he's he came to Boston to do a show. My man Leeds had sent him one of my mixtapes. And Freeway came, and he's so humble. And he came, and I was already backstage, and he got backstage, and he's like, hey, did you hear what I did? Did you hear the verse I spit? Do you like it? And he's asking me if I like his stuff. And I'm like, And then Jacka, another MC, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
He was alive at the time. He came up in the conversation. I'm like, yo, I'm loving all the stuff you're doing with Jacka. Without even saying anything, Freeway pulls his phone out, dials up to Jacka, and hands me the phone. Just a really good-hearted individual. And anyhow, and he killed it. Like, I think we reached out to him for a verse. He gave us a verse and a hook, which turns out to be the song title. And again, that's correct. We got a nice lyric video.
Yeah.
On the is that on the spit? That's on the Channel Zero channel, so heads can go check the lyric video. Yep. Shout out to Amina who put that together.
Yeah, she's amazing. Does great work.
She's solid.
Yep, very dope. I'm glad that again this was another beat that I had in the archives, and it was just one of those things where I was like, I really want to use this for something. But I don't know what it's going to be for. And when you sent me Freeway's verse, it was just kind of I'm going to take a shot with this and see, I'm going to throw it and see if this works. And I sent it back to you and you were like, yo, I was like, all right, word. That's it. So I'm glad I got to use this track.
When I first heard this, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, what? And now I'm starting to feel like, wait a minute, how many beats do you have in the archives that we don't know about? You know what I'm saying?
I know, man. I know.
How many more beats do you got?
That's the
Well,
thing.
we're gonna
It's like,
talk about that after the show.
yeah. I don't have a whole lot of confidence in some of them. Some of them just like,
Come on.
who am I to say? You know?
Right.
All right, Al, tell us about. So the reason I love this album is like the first 3 tracks, man, just like boom, 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 and the whole album's dope, right? But like I just blow up those first 3 tracks. Tell us a little bit about Sunset.
Oh, Sunset. Okay. Well, me and Seth, we originally did that over like a DJ Muggs instrumental. We just sent it to Doc. You know what I mean? Because you know we've done that too. You know, back in our humble beginnings. You know what I'm saying? Like
I forgot about that. That's right.
Right. So we was like, "Yo, Doc, see what you could do, man." So you know, Doc took our vocals off that. You know, I guess he, you know, did his magic. You know, whatever he does down where he's at, and he emailed us what he did. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, yo, this sounds like some Public Enemy joint. You know what I mean? Like, you know, them horns. I'm like, I went crazy, man. I'm like, oh, okay. So and then, you know,
Arizona.
The beat was crazy, man. It was bananas.
Yeah. We recorded this because I think we had we had to go to the studio for something, but we knew we were going to have extra time. So I'm like, yo, we'll just lace some verses over, you know, an instrumental, and then if C-Doc can make some use of the vocals, cool. If not, whatever. So yeah, this was recorded over a Cypress Hill instrumental, and I wasn't expecting anything crazy to come out of it, but you know, it's a banger. I mean, it's track number 3 on the album for a reason, you know. I
mean, they say, hey, some tracks smack you. No, it just gave me a punch, like, oh. You know what I mean? You know, remember like the Batman, like the original sitcom, wham, bat. You know, one of those things.
Right.
What was it?
I was definitely hitting the head though. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh my goodness.
What was the other joint that we did like that? You guys rhymed over Night Train.
That was Days of Despair.
Days of Despair.
Yeah.
Which was the first video we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We recorded that over the instrumental to the Night Train remix.
Yes.
Oh,
that's
wow.
Right. Yep.
And just like you talk about, about having beats in the stash, I think that was a case of having a couple of verses that we hadn't used. But then we sampled Minister Randy Muhammad from Muhammad's Mosque in Roxbury, and we sampled Minister Farrakhan from the speech he gave out in Boston. We scratched Guru. Thank God for Boston.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, that was the same formula. We recorded it over an industry instrumental just to stay busy, and then C-Doc worked his magic. And that is cool knowing we have that luxury in the future. Anytime we're in the studio, as long as we got some rhymes, we can.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Same.
Not everybody has that luxury.
Just do me a favor and make sure the beats are like are in like you know the like solid time or whatever. You know, the Cypress one was, so it was easy. I was like, oh, it's you know, whatever, 96 BPMs. But the Night Train was like,
you said it was some crazy decimal.
Yeah, it was like 3.259. I'm like, you know, trying to figure it out. Keep it in sync, but
wait a minute, Seth, was that a Pete Rock remix of Night Train?
Yeah, that was the instrumental, the Pete Rock's instrumental remix to Night Train.
Yeah.
I just needed something fast to spit on that.
Yeah.
Hey man, we made it work. It's all good.
No, it was.
Yep. My dude Nakwar says Sunset is a banger. It is, man. That track is like
good looks.
Good looks, definitely.
Yep.
So let's talk a little bit. We're not going to be able to get through all 11 tracks, so I want to fast forward here. Track 8, which you all ended up doing, Taking You to School with Delta Sensei and Chuck D, that guy, you know, Chuck D, and you also had all the remixes that came after that. So tell us a little bit about what that was like being, you know, on a track with those two guys.
we obviously, ever since we got on Spit Slam, the long-term goal was originally to get Chuck on the album or on a album, because we had already been privileged to be featured on the Enemy Radio album.
Right.
Plus, we were on a piece of a vinyl with him with Daddy O and the Black Magnificent remix. Plus, we got at least one other joint that's sitting in the stacks that Doc has. But we wanted to get him on one of our albums, obviously. So that was obviously one of the main goals when we got on Spit Slam. But we didn't think it was going to be that track, because C-Doc can tell you the details. When PE put the new album out on Def Jam, I think Chuck D had a fall back on doing features for a while. That was part of his agreement with Def Jam. So we were like, well, I guess we're gonna have to, wait till the next album to get Chuck on it. But then the process kind of slowed a little bit. I don't know if it was COVID related. We couldn't get in the studio for everything was locked down.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So we had this track with Elvis Sensei, and then Doc surprised us by filling it in with Mr. Chuck himself.
Yes, sir.
And then we had a gang of remixes come out on the maxi single, and we got the video dropping next week, and we're pretty excited about it.
Yes,
yeah, man.
Yes, we are, man.
Well, shout out to Elvis Sensei. Shout out to B Muggs.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to
617
Sandal Films who did the video.
Nackworth wants to hear about working with Sadat X.
Talk about working with Sadat, because you guys have worked with him quite a bit.
Quite a bit. I mean, he makes himself accessible. He's a hardworking dude. Again, some of the track. I mean, we got 2 Sadat joints on this album.
2 on this one.
Yeah, 2 on this
and
album.
one on the last one.
Yeah, 2 on this album.
Yeah. He's on the hook on the.
Yeah, again, and at least one of these was recorded way back, and just never was released. It was just something that we had in our archives, just like Doc sitting on a lot of fire. We got a lot of stuff that we recorded that never officially got released, and Doc kind of repurposed it. But Sadat always comes correct. You kind of give him and Doc can attest to this because he's on the Enemy Radio album.
Yeah.
You kind of just give him the content, give him the subject matter, and he'll take it from there, because his style, his flow, his voice is probably the most unique thing in the game. After all these years.
You will never forget that voice, man.
Yeah.
You will never forget his voice.
There's nobody that sounds like Sadat X.
Nobody.
Nope.
And Heart Full of Sorrow on the Third House of Pain album.
Yeah.
One of my all-time favorite tracks, period.
Mine too.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Divine Style spits the last verse.
Yep.
Regular burn. Yeah. Regular burn.
That joint. I was looking forward to that joint when I saw Sadat was on it. I was like, yo.
Yeah.
Crazy.
The legendary brand Nubians, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Exactly. So,
Good
real
stuff.
quick, BSBVBK wants to know how the new Stetsasonic project is going. Yo, man, real quick, this is totally unrelated, but Daddy O sent me 6 joints that are in progress the other day to give me a sneak peek on. Oh my god, man, it's crazy. Like, there was one joint that I worked on, and they did. It was so dope. I was just like, I almost forgot that I worked on this. I was like,
Oh, wow.
Wait, this is a song. And I was like, wait, I did this song. Yo, man, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be nuts. So.
All I know is, hopefully,
that's how many beats he has.
Yeah, they need to come to Boston and do a show. That's all I know.
Fingers crossed, right?
Yeah, like hopefully when the album's out and things are a little bit, more back to more normal, whatever that means, they'll kind of make their way to Boston. But shout out to Break North Radio. I'm just seeing this comment right now. Peace.
Oh, Break North.
Yeah.
What's going on? Break North in the building.
Yeah.
There we go.
Props to Break North. Big props to Break North, because Hollywood, supports the Spit Slam stuff. We appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you so very, very much for
good dude.
Checking us
Break
out.
North and the place to stay. What y'all thought?
Yep. So
Well, we are closing in on the last 20 of our show, and I did want to open it up because we had such a good conversation last week. And when I say good conversation, I mean one that seemed to go on and on. It was great, but I was dragging some major butt the next day. C-Doc is used to working at all hours. Like, I don't think he ever sleeps.
Oh, I didn't.
But-
Did I tell you? Did I tell you what happened that night?
No, you didn't.
Because I heard noise. I was like, I guess it sounded like the kids were awake. My wife and my youngest son, my 4-year-old, had food poisoning, and they were upstairs puking their guts out.
And you were down here doing the show?
While I was doing the show. So we wrapped up the show, and I went upstairs, and I was cleaning up vomit off the floor. Had to go get ginger ale in the middle of the night, and then I was like starting to want because we had gotten food that night and eaten out, and I'm like,
Mom's spaghetti?
Man. Yeah, no, it wasn't that, thankfully. But then I'm getting worried. I'm like, oh man, am I next? So I'm like sipping ginger ale, taking acidophilus. I'm like, oh, bro, what the heck? So luckily I didn't throw up, but boy, that was rough. That was rough. So because I was all ready to go to bed after the show. I'm like, oh, great first episode. We were on 3 hours. And then I was up until 3:30 in the morning or something like that. So yeah, a lot of fun. But anyway, thanks, Knackwurst. Piece the Quiet Arrangement poster in the back. And there's Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, a couple of my movies. Thanks for shouting those out.
Oh yeah,
And,
Break North Radio noticed I have Professor Griff's album.
You got Pawns in the Game back there.
Getting Disciple, yeah.
Shout out to Griff too. Peace to Griff.
Serious mind.
Shout out to the professor. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Chuck's got it behind him too.
Yeah.
Yes.
My copy's over in the stack somewhere. So
Nobody can see my success in effect back there. I'm really proud of that.
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I like.
Yeah, I love pulling that one up in business meetings. People are like, "Is that? What are they doing in that?"
What's that album called?
That one is Ultimate
Drive.
Drive-By.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, they have some dope music.
They do have some dope music. Yep.
Yeah, they did 40 Acres of Mule with Chuck. Chuck did a feature on that.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
I'm trying to throw this up. Knackwurst, shout out to the Blak Madeen gold tape.
Word. The gold cassette. Oh, you got the gold cassette. Word.
Yeah.
Is that like the Willy Wonka golden ticket? If you got the gold tape, you like won a night out with Yusuf and Al-J?
How many of those did we do? You remember?
The gold?
Yeah.
I think the gold is gone. I can't remember how many we did, but I know it sold out.
Right. How many? We did 50 tapes?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. 50 cassettes.
Yeah, the gold went. The gold's gone.
Yeah, we got the
There's
green.
a green. What you got? A green?
Joint. Yeah.
Oh,
There's the green joint. I got the gold one.
House of Pain hat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, right. Matches the hat.
there you go.
Dope.
Oh, that Flatline 10. So we had 10 gold joints. Yeah, that sounded about right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shout out to Flatline.
Yeah,
Shout
definitely.
out to Flatline for sure.
Hip Hop Gods. Yep.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get him on the show pretty soon. This tape, by the way, the cassette version, because we got a couple left. Maybe 6 or so.
Hit up the Bandcamp.
Yep. The cassette version of the album is slightly different. So,
but it still knocks.
It still knocks. It's the same songs, but some of them, got like little.
Just a switch up in the arrangement a bit, not much.
Yep, not much, but little different mixes and stuff, and then the sequencing's a little different.
But Doc,
too.
see, I was too busy in the zone. I didn't even notice it until you said something.
Right? Yeah. That's one of those things. That's one of those little things, man. Like, they used to do back in the day. In fact, Knackwurst and I were talking about that once, about the 7A3 album. Shout out to Muggs again. 7A3 album has I think on the cassette has 2 songs that have different mixes than what's on the wax and the CD. So
Yeah, 783. Yeah, definitely.
783. Yep. But Kevin
That's a
Taylor
blast
says
from the
nothing wrong
past.
with the green tape. Sounds great. Yeah, man. The green tape is dope.
Oh no, the green tape's good too, man. Green.
Yeah. Yep. That's what's up.
I have no
Green
tapes.
green is good money. You know what I mean?
You need some tapes. But I'll just flash this back up again. Nobody's got this.
No,
Oh no one got that. Yeah,
No, I don't even have that.
Yo, and it's
Yeah.
still in good condition, B. Mint
Oh,
condition,
yeah.
man.
It looks
Yo,
brand-
that's
it looks
gonna be worth
brand
some
new.
money, yo. You
Yeah.
better keep that in the vault.
It looks
Seriously.
brand new,
I'm
man.
gonna shrink wrap this.
Yeah, man. Put that in the vault. Seriously.
Yeah. Oh, I'm keeping it. Don't worry.
Yeah, Knack
Oh.
says the 7A3 tape from Columbia House. Yeah.
wow.
We had a whole Columbia House and BMG discussion last week.
Yeah, that's right. That came up. That's right.
That's
So-
how kids got music back then.
So we want to. You guys want to announce what we got coming up next? Because you said earlier that you started off the year with a bang, going out with a bang. We're gonna start next year off with a bang too.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, we want to tell them what we got coming up.
The
Yeah,
greatest
man.
misses.
The
Yeah,
greatest
we got-
misses.
Oh yeah, honorably, the greatest misses of Blak Madeen.
Yep.
You know,
That's the thing.
everyone knows that's from the concept of
Yeah.
There you
greatest
go.
misses.
Paying homage to the PE92 album of the same name and format. Basically, it's a C-Doc great idea. Half of it
Yeah.
will be new material, or at least material people have never heard, and then
Right.
the second half will be remixed joints of songs that have been released. But what's cool is the joints that have been released, most of them weren't on albums. They were just on features that we did for other people. So a lot of time, so they're still pretty new. And some of them are very new because these are one of the remixes. We haven't even dropped the original yet. That's coming
Right.
later this year. So yeah, we got a gang of crazy features on this. So yeah, it's pretty much all ready to go. We just gotta tie up a few loose ends. It should be ready for early 2022. But C-Doc will tell you what's in the.
Yeah.
You know.
I gotta get back on the mixes. So
Yeah.
I'll have some more time now that I got a couple of things out the way. So we'll get back on the mixes, but you know, I think I told you guys this. What was funny was I called Chuck. You know, I talked to you guys about doing it, and and you guys love the idea. I'm like, I'm gonna call Chuck and get his blessing to make sure it's cool. And I said, "Yo, Blak Medine, and we want to do this greatest misses. Do you mind? Is that cool?" And he goes, "Man, you know how much shit I got for that album? I got so much crap for that album. Everybody hated that idea."
What?
Yeah, that's what he told me. He's like, Def Jam wanted greatest hits. He didn't want to do greatest hits, so he's like, I'll do greatest misses. And he came up with the idea, the format or whatever. He goes, they gave me hell for that, like the whole time.
What?
I know, it's crazy. And he goes, so if you want to do it, go ahead. That's great. You know?
Yo, Hazy Shade, The Criminal, great track, incredible video.
I gotta do what I gotta do.
Crazy
To
video.
the big
Who the
show.
hell is
You know,
you?
stop. Yo.
Yep.
Dude,
Ty goes to the runner, to the
To the
runner,
Yeah,
runner, to the runner.
to
What
the
you
runner.
talking about, man?
Jam Master Jay's
Master
Louder Than a
Jay,
Bomb
yeah.
remix is one of the illest remixes
Yeah.
ever.
yeah.
Wait a minute. Didn't Sir Jinx have a beat on there?
Who Stole the Soul remix? Who
Yeah.
Stole the Soul?
That's
remix?
right.
Yeah. I'm like, okay.
Yep. I know, right? Chuck Chill Out did How to Kill a Radio
Chuck Chill Out.
Consultant.
Shout out to Chuck Chill Out. One of
Shout
my
out to
favorite
Chuck Chill Out.
DJs.
Yep. What up, son? That's Chuck Chill Out. What up, son? Yeah, shout out
This
to
goes
Chuck
to
Chill
show
Out.
you, dude, like the record labels, like the main labels, they don't know what they're talking about.
Nah, see,
Right.
yeah, they see, there you go, Chuck the Fly. Yeah, they don't know what's going on. They don't know what's going on in the streets. They don't know what's going on in the culture. You know what I mean? And
Nah,
it just be the
they're
same
business
old story.
people. For better or for worse, they're business people.
Yeah,
you know,
there
but-
you go. Business.
Yeah.
C-Doc
And,
being
then,
very
and you know,
diplomatic.
ain't nothing wrong with business. They just don't know what they're doing. That's all.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing, you know. I kind of wish I was a bit of a better business person. Maybe I could do more for the label, but we're trying.
Hey man, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I mean, you had the idea for
Yo,
the greatest misses, and
Doing good, yeah. We're definitely doing good.
and the more I think about it, the more I work on it, the more excited I get for this project. Because we got, gave us a chance to go into the vault even more and find, stuff that we had maybe started and, didn't finish, and now we're able to put it out the way we want to put it out. And, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's
let
gonna be
people
dope.
hear this.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's gonna be.
Notwithstanding, I mean, I know this wasn't a Spit Slam release, but dude, I tell you, one of my favorite albums of yours is Supreme Aftermath.
Oh, you like that?
Dude, that's a dope album.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Leeds. He was,
definitely.
technically we put that one out ourselves. He was heavily involved, but yeah, because before that we hadn't put out an official album in a while, and then Supreme Aftermath was kind of like not a comeback or anything like that, but we kind of that was kind of like I felt like that was like a new chapter for us, that album. I can't really explain why, but I just felt like the whole digital game began, like we were a little bit more adapted to it now, and figuring out how to put things out, promote. We got on a lot of good playlists for that. Divine Style was on that album. And it's available on our Bandcamp for anybody who wants to go go check it out.
Got put Deja on there, G. Dot and Born.
Word. And
You guys
Blackistan was on there.
yeah, Blackistan. We got a video for that joint. Mike Devine. Yep.
Disciple.
Yo, you guys never slack for guest spots. I'll tell you that, man.
Well, it's about. I mean, we're fans. You know what I mean? We love this music. So, one of our favorite stories is working on that track in video with Shabazz the Disciple. That was probably we did a show with him. It was we always joke about it. It was like probably the coldest night of the year in Boston.
9 degrees.
Yeah, it was like,
He had us outside, yo, man. Yo, watch my back. Yo, I'm about to go get the set from the trunk of my car.
yeah. And we did
got all these CDs, man. Like, wait a minute, this it. Wait a minute, this for Razor, yo. This it.
Shabazz had us sitting out there waiting for him. It was literally 0 degrees. Like it was like dangerously cold. And he's ice. He was just casually going through his song.
Man.
And we couldn't say anything to him. He's Shabazz the Disciple. What are we going to tell him to hurry up?
Right.
But you know what
meanwhile,
I mean?
my temperature was going down, brother.
Yeah.
My body temperature was like, yo, I'm like 94 right now, dude. Come on.
But that was. But again, though, those are the stories that you have. You know what I mean? That's the best part of being involved in this. Like, you might not be getting rich and famous, but we got these crazy stories and great memories and good music, I hope. It
was there to break bread with him, man. Watch the Lakers and the Cavaliers, I believe.
Yeah, we're watching a basketball game. We're building with him. He's pulling out his Bible casually, and then I mean, it's just a great moment, because we love Sons of Man, huge fans of Sons of Man. So
shout out to Razor.
Getting out, Razor and Divine Style is on there. That's a good album. Shout out to Flatline, because it was around that time that we began to get on Flatline's radar, and Hip Hop God started.
Rap Station.
The rest, the late great Gifted Gab is on that album.
Yes,
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Another Bay Area legend. Yeah, I think you posted a flick you had with Gifted Gab, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did a show with the Impossibles. You guys went on tour or something?
Yeah, so back in 2002, the first time we got to tour with PE, we did 4 shows, and on that run, it was PE, Dilated Peoples, and Black Delicious.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So, it was
a good segue there for a promo for the Rap Station app. You can grab that at rstvapp.com and order favorite
Word.
download stores.
Okay.
The Chuck D situation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely a Chuck D situation going on.
I've heard some Blak Madeen on Enemy Radio on the rap station app.
Yep.
All right.
Make sure to get you guys in there. And I think
See,
the
Doc
beat
programs
on the
that too.
instrumental station. Too.
Shout out to Mr.
Yeah.
Chuck, though, man. Like,
That's right.
All the stuff he's still
Yeah.
doing for the culture and his passion for
Oh yes.
underground hip hop, for lack of a better term. I mean, he could be just chatting on the MLB network right now, and then the next day he's banging out a feature for Blak Madeen, and then the next day he's on ESPN, and then the next day he's doing the show on Rap Station. He's just passionate about the music. So shout out to him for everything he does.
And then you follow the Public Enemy movement long enough, man. Goes all the way to Spectrum City, man. You know what I'm saying? Right now on YouTube, mixtapes is coming. Remastered mixtapes is coming out of the DJ Flavor Flav show.
Wow.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Yes.
Wow, that's what's
Spectrum
up.
City.
Yo, man, we got
on that.
that's one project. You know what? I got to check back in with him about that because I think we got to get some clearances. But we got a project that we're planning on doing that is Mr. Bill Stephanie, from Def Jam from way back in the day. Got us tapes, the WBAU tapes. So like,
okay.
Yeah, the promos that they used to make, because I don't know if you guys know this. So back in the day at BAU, which was Adelphi University, and where Chuck started on the radio, Dr. Dre from Original Concept and UMTV Raps, Dr. Dre, Flavor Flav, the Shockley brothers, they were Spectrum City, and they had the radio show. So that was like Run DMC's first interview, I think, was Chuck D and out at BAU. So anyway, there weren't that many hip hop records back then. There weren't enough actual records. So they would make their own songs that they would play to fill time, if they had to fill air, if they didn't have interviews or whatever. And so we got all these joints, Chucky D joint. Yeah. There's a Flavor Flav one. I can't remember, MC DJ Flavor, Claustrophobia Attack or something like that. But they were all these 4-track joints that they made to play as promos and it is great, from the archives and stuff like that. So we want to put that out because it's just, it's a piece of, it's not only is it dope, but it's a piece of the history. Son of Berserk,
Right, yeah.
They were the Townhouse 3 back then. We got the original N41 joint that ended up on their album.
Sons of Berserk. Oh, wow. Dude, this is buried treasure right here, brother.
Yeah, man.
Come on, man.
Yo,
before we run out of time, I want Al J to be able to hold up the album he's got in his hand.
What's he got?
Yeah, I thought you were holding it. I thought you.
You know what I mean?
No, I thought you had your I thought you had.
Where is it? Yep, there it is. Yep.
Black the old school.
Yep.
You definitely want to, you know what I'm saying? Available on all digital platforms and Bandcamp. We got CDs available. You know what I mean?
Again,
Me and my man K Major. Shout out to Lee's Entertainment, Peter Parker, Archetype, and the whole, you know what I mean? Boston.
The Boston Posse.
Everyone that supported, man, this is great. You know what I mean? The success.
Yeah. So, word up.
It's been a great year, man. It's been a busy one, but it's been a great year.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Fantastic. No, that's great. Shout out to K Major again.
Too. I got this on wax.
Oh, you got? Did you get one of the cuts?
Yeah. I got one. It's on my wall. I got one on my wall right now.
Word up. That's what's up. Yeah, we did a couple of test lathe cuts on it just to see what it sounded like.
Sound good to me.
Sounds great. That sounds great, man. I played it once. I played 2 songs and I put it right back in the cover.
I think Kunaki stepped up their game from when you were dealing with them.
When I first tried it?
Yeah, they definitely have. So
I gotta get one.
Yeah, no doubt.
Check it out.
Take it from there.
So
Well, listen,
yeah,
y'all, this has
game
been
major in the house. So yep.
Game
Oh yeah,
major
definitely game major in the building.
Yep.
for sure.
Real quick,
Go
Al. Where did the concept for that record come from? Your new album?
The concept,
Yeah.
well, honestly, I had this like, I wanted to do an album like this for like maybe a few years now, but you know what I mean? Like, I had to have the right type of like, you know, it had to be in the right direction. I just like I had everything in my head, you know, like you know what I mean, all over. You know what I mean? All these ideas going all over the place, but I was like, all right, finally, I could, you know what I mean? I heard some beats that Kane had, and I'm like, word, okay, this can go along with, you know what I mean, the whole story of what I wanted to bring forth, and you know what I mean, just my time of growing up, just everyone has a story, you know what I'm saying? Everyone might have wanted to know, okay, we hear he's with Blak Madeen, you know what I mean, you know. We know Yusef, he's Muslim, whatever, you know what I mean? You know, there might be a little question like, you know, where's he come from? Like, where's this whole beginning, his humble beginnings coming from? Yeah. And I just, you know, shared it with y'all pretty much, you know what I mean? Young kid, you know, coming up in the 80s. You know, I seen everything that went on, you know what I mean? I was born in 75, so, you know, I lived throughout that whole decade, seen hip-hop, seen, you know, break dancing, graffiti, seen the whole cocaine crack explosion, seen everything, the whole social injustice, Yusef Hawkins, the whole, you know, the Central Park 5 thing go on. I saw all that, you know what I mean? Right. So it's like, yo, and growing up, you know, with my own personal experiences, I'm like, you know what? I need to put like some type of introspective type of album together. Very soulful, and you know, came through with the production, and here it is.
It's dope, man, because you guys captured the throwback vibe very well.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, that was the whole point, man. I wanted to bring you on a trip, not just talk about what, you know, what happened and what went on in the early days of the culture. I wanted to actually bring you there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, yo, come walk with me for a minute, man. You know what I mean?
No, that's what's up. That's dope, man. Yeah. Real quick, shout out to Hype Style. Thanks for tuning in again, bro. Enemy board in house. So, but Blak Madeen, Yusef, Al J, thank you, gentlemen, as always. Thanks for coming on the show.
Doc. So
Channel Zero. Channel Zero. Stay tuned.
Oh, yeah, Channel Zero.
No video dropping next week, God willing.
Next week, yep.
Next week.
I can't wait to see it.
That's
I can't wait to see how Sando cut around Chuck not knowing the lyrics to the song. So, you know.
The
mask
idea was great.
Yes.
Because we saw him when he was on the Colbert show, right? Was it Stephen Colbert? Wasn't he reading the lyrics from the wall? Right?
Yeah, off the teleprompter.
Yeah, it looks much better than that.
Yeah. Okay, word.
Trust me, the video. I mean, we're gonna see. Hopefully, we'll see it ourselves tomorrow. Sando, hint, hint.
Yeah. I told them that. I spoke with him today, man. So you know what I'm saying. He's good
folk. He's good people. So So next week, right on this channel. So it's, you know, share it, like it, you know, spread the word.
Subscribe to Channel Zero.
No doubt.
Definitely subscribe to Channel Zero.
Exactly. Yeah. So if hopefully you guys get, because I'm going out of town. I'm letting you know now. I'm going out of town Wednesday of next week. So if I can get the video before that, I will get it scheduled.
Okay.
All right, word.
We'll be good.
So, yeah, I was building with my man Lee's today. We're trying to aim for Tuesday. So if we get it tomorrow and everything looks good, we'll get it to you ASAP. Yeah, and we can schedule it and
you
know what I mean?
Before you go out of town, all right? Before you
Yeah. We're gonna do the show next week. We're gonna do the show next Tuesday. So and then
you guys gonna be down in my neck of the woods next week. So
word.
Yeah, we're gonna try to sync up. We'll see.
Word.
Yeah. Yo, I gotta come out there, man. I never been to
Muhammad Ali
that
Airport.
part of town. I gotta come out there.
Out to where?
Where?
Louisville.
Kentucky. Or Louisville.
Oh, yeah.
Louisville.
Louisville.
Yeah.
Louisville.
Louisville, yeah, they say.
Sorry,
Louisville.
Louisville. Sorry.
That's the Muhammad Ali Airport, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see? I need a touchdown in the Muhammad Ali Airport.
Yeah, right.
Chuck. I called the Kroger down there for a turkey, and I said, "Yeah, I'm coming into Louisville." I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, Louisville," and the lady started laughing.
Oh yeah. We've got signs that have like 7 different pronunciations, dude.
I said, "I know that's how you guys say it down there." She started laughing. It was funny.
Yeah, it's actually
I'm learning.
not. You're getting closer, but you're never going to get Louisville.
No.
No.
Well, in any event, I gotta hit up your neck of the woods,
Yeah.
Chuckified. So,
Well, you're welcome here, man. We got plenty of room, so you just bring the whole crew, man.
word.
Yeah.
Spit
Yep.
Slam
That's what's
family.
up.
It's
Well,
it.
listen, gentlemen, we appreciate you being on the show. We're going to wrap tonight. 11:06. I've kept Doc on schedule here.
You did good, man. You did
Hard to
good.
believe.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all heard about last week's show. We went about 3 hours.
Yeah.
No, I was tuned in. I was in the chat.
That's right. But did you hang the whole time?
The whole time I couldn't because I probably knocked out. I work in the mornings now. I work mornings now, so it's something I gotta get adjusted to. You know what I mean? I got sometimes I go to bed like 9:30.
Oh wow! Word up!
I could go to work.
I know. Yusef was at work last week. So.
Yeah, I caught some of it in the break room, but then
We've been played in many different locales, Yusuf.
Yeah.
Yeah, streaming in a White Castle bathroom. Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's a wrap, fellas. We will be back next week. We'll be on Tuesday next week.
Yep.
It's CDOC again, probably around 9:30. What do you think,
Yep.
Doc?
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Word up.
Yeah, we'll let everybody know what time, because if we get the Impossibles on, like I was thinking, we might have to go a little bit earlier, but we'll see.
Okay, you just tell me, man. I'll just tell my family to get the hell
work it out.
They'll be all right.
Yeah.
No.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it again.
Oh,
as always.
Gentlemen.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you. Peace.
All right.
Peace.
Peace, everyone in the chat too.
All right. Word. Salute.
All right. What a great show.
Yeah, that was good. Good stuff.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna run our intro for everybody that's staying in the chat, and then we'll peace out.
Yep. Thank
Good
you,
to see you, my brother.
Always good to see you. So Chuckified, and thanks to everybody that joined us on the show tonight. Really appreciate it. Hope to see you again next week.
It's CDOC again.